for our special guest, CHERYL Jackson. And Miss Seawright is going to tell you more about CHERYL Jackson.
Thank you, sir. Miss Jackson, we had 70s Day this week. You should have seen Davy out. Tell you a little bit about Miss Jackson. As a celebrity giver, CHERYL Action Jackson, say that.
CHERYL Action Jackson
has mastered the art of giving big and receiving enormous momentum to be enabled to continue the giving movement. This giving star has spoken on platforms to live audiences as large as 5,000 or more attendees, to more intimate settings such as webinars with the Zig Ziglar Corporation. With her magnetic presence, her public media has adapted to her exclusive nature, which continues to challenge others to get involved and take action, from the wealthy to those in need. Her dynamic approaches are always explosive and include her standing on, get this, Oprah Winfrey's national stage, as well as interviewing her and others, such as Will Smith, Magic Johnson, Emmett Smith, Bishop T.D. Jakes, Russell Simmons, Terrell T.O. Owens, Deion Sanders, and a whole lot of more folks. She shares nothing but good news with her audiences all over the world. And with her all-star platform, she guarantees bringing it right back to where her first love is, those in need. CHERYL Action Jackson is undoubtedly an auctioneer who is a hunger hero, who has committed herself to activism involving philanthropic acts which serve families in need through her 3,200 square foot pantry. Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. Which is called Minnie's Food Pantry, located in Plano, Texas. From being deal or no deals, $5 winner from being deal or no deal, $5 winner in 2006, which inspirationally is what it takes to feed a family of 4, has encouraged her to have now fed over 65,000 people and counting. I think an applause goes right there.
Woo!
This incredible author, speaker, philanthropist, wife, and mother has a compelling story to share with the world, where she went from being homeless and hungry to feeding the homeless and hungry. Jackson has been married for 24 years to artists, and together they have 2 sons, one RJ and Artist Jr. In her spare time, she loves traveling with her family, photography, and sharing with her friends. Now, from time to time down through the years, some of you may have recognized seeing CHERYL Jackson with the Good Morning Texas show, and she produced 3 segments for 3 whole years. She is widely known, and she is right out of Dallas Independent School District. Mark Twain. Yes. Let's give a warm welcome to our Holiday Time Holiday to our
Thank you, Linda Seawright. It is such an honor to be before you this morning. I am humbled that Miss Seawright chose me to come speak. I don't even have the words, and usually I'm not a person that's left without words. But when I look around, I posted on my Facebook page, I said I could possibly be speaking to one of the next presidents of the United States today. You know, I don't think little. When I think and I come and I speak into the schools, I'm thinking, this is our future. You are our future. When I looked around this room, it reminded me when Miss C. Wright was talking about I was hungry and how I needed food. I remember there was a point in my life where my husband, he worked 4 jobs. He worked for 2 Domino's Pizza, Pizza Hut. We threw the Dallas Morning newspaper, and then he was working for the city of Allen. That was really tough, and one of my positions was my kids were the age of where you are. And so at 1 o'clock in the morning while they were asleep, my husband and I, we would get up out of the bed, so we would meet at the place where they dropped off the newspapers, and then we would fold those newspapers. And I remember going up and down the highway. Imagine a woman sitting in the back of the trunk, and the hood is up, the trunk is up, and there's newspapers all on the bottom, and I'm sitting on top of those newspapers. Our entire vehicle is covered. And my husband's screaming out, left, right, and he's telling me which way to throw. But as a mother, I know I have 2 beautiful sons at home, about the age of where you are. And I'm wondering, what if somebody comes into my house? What if something happens to them? What is going on? So in anger, sometimes I would throw that newspaper a little bit harder than I really should have thrown it, because I was scared. I was nervous. I was disappointed. I was at a place in my life where I said, something has got to happen. Something has got to change. I was at a place in my life where I had to make some decisions. Where you're so young. You're so young, and you're in a place right now. She was saying, I came right out of Dallas. As I was driving here from Plano, I was looking at Bonneview and Illinois and all those streets. My grandmother's house. My grandmother was Miss Helen Allen. Well, Miss Helen Allen was the ice cream lady in Bonneview, so I would ride throughout the city. And I'd be on that hardwood floor truck of hers, and she's playing that ice cream music, and kids about your age would run behind the truck, and they would be screaming, Miss Helen, and she'd stop the truck. Then they'd look and say, I want some ice cream, and I'd jump up to get the ice cream. Because with me, I was thinking I'm about to make some money, because Miss Helen, my grandmother's going to pay me something. But she'd look into the eyes of kids just your age, and she'd look at them and they'd say, but Miss Helen, I don't have any money. And my grandmother, every time she would stop that ice cream truck, she would hand out the ice cream. Girl, I never made any money. Nobody ever had any money to pay for Miss Helen's ice cream. She'd look at me and I'd say, but Granny, if you don't sell it to them, how am I going to make money? She'd look back at me and she'd say, honey, it comes back to you. It'll come back to you. Well, I came here to tell you today that Miss Helen, she's no longer here. She's up in heaven with my God, but it's coming back to me. I am a recipient from generation to generation to generation. Giving is the fabric of my family. I'm here to tell you that Linda Miss Wright, she was naming off all of those names, and I had the pleasure. I got married at the age of 17 years old. Woo! Should have went to college like you all are going to do, right? Yes. Like you're all going to do, right?
Yes.
Like you're all going to do, right? There we go. I should have went to college, but instead I made the decision to get married. I will tell you though that life is really, really about choices. Every single day you walk into this room, you're going to have some choices. Usually when I'm doing a presentation, sometimes I have a huge PowerPoint, and she's naming the names. Normally I'm showing the pictures, and I show a picture of Emmett Smith, and all the kids go crazy. I show the picture of Will Smith, and all the kids really scream. I show the picture of me interviewing Chris Brown, and they just go ballistic. All of these people, I see you smiling, but let me explain something to you. Because we celebrate these people as celebrities and as heroes. But do you know who really the real heroes are? The real heroes are these teachers that walk in and out of these doors every single day that's trying to teach you something, that's trying to give you an education so that you can be elevated to your next level in life. Those are the real heroes. Why don't you clap for them and say yes? The real heroes are the people that are in your cafeteria working, and as you go down the line, you just tell them what you want and they give it to you, but you never stop to say thank you. Can I challenge you today to start saying thank you to a person that serves you? Can you do that? Yeah, those are the real heroes. I tell you who's the real hero. The real heroes are the people that will acknowledge you. When I walked in, where is Hezekiah? Where's Hezekiah?
Nehemiah.
I apologize. See, I know the Bible. Nehemiah. Where's it? Come here, Nehemiah. Come on, give him up. Give it up for Nehemiah. Let me explain something to you. She was saying that I was on Deal or No Deal, the television show. Anybody ever seen that Deal or No Deal show? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was on Deal or No Deal, and when I got on Deal or No real deal. There is a point at the show where they ask you, they say, you got to play a mock version of the game, so you got to pretend, so we can make sure you know how to play the game.